Put Put Troubles is a 1940 Disney cartoon directed by Riley Thompson, and we have, of course, Clarence Nash as Donald Duck, and Lee Millar voices Pluto in this particular cartoon. It's always interesting when we have Pluto with Donald Duck. It doesn't happen that often, so it's very unusual. I don't know if Donald Duck has borrowed Mickey's dog. I'm not really sure what the setup is, or if he's just meant to be Donald's dog. But I try not to think about it too much. And they're going out on a lake in a boat, and things start off quite nicely. Pluto is dragging the boat along, Donald is singing a merry song to himself. But then Pluto gets stuck in a spring and spends the majority of the 6 or 7 minute cartoon trying to get out of this spring. And Donald Duck has everything go wrong for him in this boat. I will say the sardine tin effect I absolutely loved. I thought that gave us some brilliant animation. And the same with Pluto in the spring. The spring meant he was in a lot of weird positions, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not going to pretend that this is my favourite cartoon. I don't think the narrative fit in very well. I feel like there could have been more overlap between Donald and Pluto. It felt like two different segments that made up the one cartoon. They didn't really cross paths or connect properly after the beginning of the cartoon until the very end, and I feel like that was a bit of a shame because, as I said, it's very rare that we do get Donald and Pluto together in one cartoon. So I wish they'd kind of intertwined a bit more. But I thought Pluto wrestling with the spring was interesting, and also a good lesson on how not to discard springs, because who knows what it can do to an animal. And certainly, as we see with Pluto, it can cause some pretty difficult situations. Donald Duck I love. Donald in the water I always think is great because he's a duck and his reactions to things are just so funny and ironic. I really enjoyed it. It's not my favourite cartoon by any stretch, but it was fun enough to watch. I probably will watch it again, and because it is a rare example of a cartoon where it's just Donald Duck and Pluto, if you're a fan of Disney, it's one that I'd say is worth checking out. Don't expect anything amazing, but it's still worth giving a watch.